secret of your hand manipulation saw this against this.
Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order can emerge, a new era, freer from the threat of terror, stronger in the pursuit of justice, and more secure in the quest for peace. An era in which the nations of the world, east and west, north and south, can prosper and live in harmony. 100 generations have searched for this elusive path to peace, while 1,000 wars raged across the span of human endeavor. And today that new world is struggling to be born. A world quite different from the one we've known. A world where the rule of law supplants the rule of the jungle. A world in which nations recognize the shared responsibility for freedom and justice. A world where the strong respect the rights of the weak. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders. What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Such is a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future.
TMK. Impakt.
Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is a very real prospect of a new world order. In the words of Winston Churchill, a world order in which the principles of justice and fair play protect the weak against the strong. A world where the United Nations, freed from Cold War stalemate, is poised to fulfill the historic vision of its founders.
And for the international order that we have worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. The order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
We are engaging in a deep process of reform and restructuring of our international financial system for now and for the future. And we have maintained our commitment to help the world's poorest. And we have put more money aside for that and also for a green recovery. These are not a single collection of actions. This is collective action, people working together at their best. I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
They are a secret network of international pirates who identify with no nation, no national flag, and no established religion. Their flag is the skull and crossbones, and their god, G-O-D, spelled gold.
legislation will require all citizens to carry their national ID card at all times.
The directive I'm signing today will refocus America's space program on human exploration and discovery. It marks an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon for the first time since 1972 for long-term exploration and use. This time, we will not only plant our flag and leave our footprint, we will establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond. This directive will ensure America's space program once again leads and inspires all of humanity. The pioneer spirit has always defined America, and we're picking that up in many other fields. I think you see that. I think it's obvious. All you have to do is look at what's happening with the markets and all of the great things that are happening. We're leading in many different fields again, and it'll get more and more obvious as you go along. This is a giant step toward that inspiring future and toward reclaiming America's proud destiny in space. And space has so much to do with so many other applications, including a military application. So we are the leader, and we're going to stay the leader, and we're going to increase it manyfold. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of election, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources to the building of a tight-knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
TMK.
It's an interesting question. One of the problems, not specifically on this issue, just in general, that money trumps peace sometimes. In other words, commercial interests are very powerful interests throughout the world. And part of the issue in convincing people to put sanctions on a specific country is to convince them that it's in the world's interest that they forego
totally took advantage of. But this is very important, what we're fighting for. Because I'm tired, I'm really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth, they're lying. And they manipulate our history books. The history books are not true, it's a lie. The history books are lies. You need to know that. You must know that. All the forms of popular music, from jazz to hip-hop to bebop to soul, to talk about the different dances from the cakewalk to the jitterbug to the Charleston to breakdancing. All these are forms of black dancing.
Psychopathic traits of people who don't have conscience, who can do the most terrible things and yet sleep well at night without sleeping pills. That's the psychopath, egocentric, power-hungry, and no empathy for other people, but a fantastic show of empathy in front of the public. That's why psychiatry is well aware that the best politicians are psychopaths. They were labeled that long ago.
Yo, all that's eventual. All I gotta tell y'all, I told y'all in 2002, y'all ain't believe it. I told y'all that nigga was a crack. Y'all ain't believe it. You know what I'm saying? How many accounts gotta come up? Game, Big, R. Kelly, Kiss, Things. I mean, the list go on. That nigga's a crack. There ain't no hate involved, but you gonna see. Still bite my snap. Jazz always the best. Secret Society with Jay-Z, man. He's involved, but he's involved with this shit, man. He's involved with that play shit. Like, see, people don't understand the science behind Satan, Lucifer, and God. And if you notice, he calls himself Jehovah or Hov. And before they started retranslating, the new American version of the Bible, Jehovah was known as a jealous God in the Bible. But I'm gonna give people the simple and general understanding that all of those people, many of those prophets in the Bible, and even when you talk about these different deities in the Bible, they were not people. Even when you go into the Egyptian pantheon, they weren't people. But as far as Homeboy, it's really a bunch of Masons. See, the whole Freemason thing is based on a lower level of understanding. Like, the real secrets have never been revealed. They weren't supposed to be revealed. So all these people, they walking around like they know something for real, but they don't really know shit. And he doing those little signs and all of that. Those are symbols that have been out there. They've been propagating them shits for a few thousand years. Number one, anybody who knows how magic knows that those shits don't have any power anymore. Number two, everybody knows what they basically mean, like the understanding of it. As far as the pyramid and stuff like that, and I'm not really gonna go into it. But I'm saying that simply to say that dude think he knows shit, but he still don't know shit. He can get as many degrees as he wants, but it's just like trying to get all degrees you want, but you still got a ceiling. He can't go but so high because the people that he worshiping, that he kissing their ass and letting them fill him up and shit, they don't know shit. They trying to find out every day from us. That's why they follow hip-hop. That's why they follow the blues. That's why they follow soul. That nigga's nothing. That's my son, unfortunately.
Now understand, Jay-Z sold his soul before Tupac died. I don't know how many times I said this, but go back and listen to his song, The Evils or Devils. If you never heard it before, go check it out. He took a direct sample from Snoop Dogg's Murder Was the Case, in which Snoop admitted he sold his soul, but he also used Prodigy's bars, which helped tell Jay-Z's story, and this is his sellout story. The chorus is, "Dear God, I wonder can you save me? Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Dear God, I wonder can you save me? says, this shit is wicked in these mean streets. None of my friends speak. We all trying to win. But then again, maybe it's for the best though. When they're saying too much, you know they're trying to get you touched. Now, you could take these lines and say that he's referring to somebody snitching by saying too much, but when I read these lines, I feel like he's referring to Tupac and Death Row. Understand, at this time, Pac wasn't cool with Snoop or Dre. Everybody from Death Row went their own separate ways, and Pac was saying too much about the Illuminati with this whole Illuminati movement he was starting. So he was calling out everybody. He called out Biggie, the notorious. He called Biggie the notorious B.I.G. Jay-Z was Gay-Z. He was getting at everybody. So they got him touched. They had Pac killed.
I told you you can't crush me. That's what doesn't do nobody. I told you you can't crush me. That's what doesn't do nobody.
Now continuing on, he says, whoever said illegal was the easy way out couldn't understand the mechanics and the workers of the underworld. Granted. Now, when you think of the underworld, what do you think of? I know, in my mind, I instantly think of the devil or Hades. Before you try to go deep in this game, you better understand the mechanics and the workings of the underworld. Granted. What does he mean when he says granted? He says that because in order to be a part of the underworld and make millions and live a life as a superstar, you have to be granted that by the devil, by selling your soul.
Look right now, Hollywood used for sale, or Hollywood used for sale. The sorcerers and witchcraft, people who did witchcraft, would take Hollywood specifically from the holly tree and use it to manifest or conjure spirits in order to aid them for things that they want in this world, specifically material gains. One of the things that were being ritual and manifested. So, these entities in return for helping these people, Masons, Illuminati, and all these crazy ass white people who do what they do, these entities with viruses, they would want to host you because they don't have a physical body. So, like I broke down in one of my videos, when you sell your soul, selling your soul is two things. Just going against your righteousness and doing something that you know is wrong. But two, selling your soul is allowing an external entity to inhabit you while you are in your physical life. Basically, you take a back seat while in your own body. Now, why is it important? Because this is what demons or negative entities viruses for. This is where selling your soul comes from. So a lot of people in Hollywood have to do three things. If you're a female, you gotta basically get a train ran on you, and you gotta just get violent, something like that. If you're a man, depending on the type of man, they're gonna come at you different. So like if you're a gangster rapper, you're somebody like Young Jeezy, they're not really gonna ask you nothing gay because they know you're not gonna do it. So they might tell you to sacrifice somebody you love.